What if that thing that you've been holding on to might be the very thing that's holding you back? Maybe you've been praying and planning, but it still feels like everything is just slipping through your fingers. If you're overwhelmed, exhausted, or simply tired of trying to keep it all together, you're not alone. Welcome, beautiful friend. I'm Tshanina. Let's pursue joy and peace together. A lot of Christian women struggle with surrendering control and trusting God's timing. But what if letting go is actually the key to peace, purpose, and a deeper relationship with Him? Let's talk about 5 ways you can learn to release control and trust God's timing even when it's hard. Recognize the illusion of control. I will be the first to admit that control feels comforting. It makes us feel like we're keeping it all together. But let's be honest, friend. Most of the time, control is just an illusion. It's kind of like sitting in the passenger seat and trying to drive from there. You give directions, maybe even grab the dashboard. What about that imaginary brake pedal that you keep pushing? You're not in control, and all it's doing is stressing you out. And that's what it's like when we run life without trusting God. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 tells us, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. God doesn't want us to walk through life white-knuckling everything. He invites us to hand over the wheel and to trust Him. Start small by thinking of one thing that you're stressing over today. It could be your schedule, your parenting, maybe even your finances. Whatever it is, pause and tell the Lord, I give this to you, Lord. I trust you with it. Surrender your expectations and timing. We all have a plan on how we think things should go. But when it doesn't go that way, frustration sets in. It's kind of like waiting for a package to arrive that you're super excited about. You track it every day, maybe even have your computer up and you refresh the page every 30 minutes. And then you wonder if it's gotten lost in the mail. But just because you can't see it moving doesn't mean it's not on the way. And God's timing is just like this. He often works behind the scenes, even when we can't track His progress. Isaiah 41:10 has been such a comfort to me, and I hope it will be to you too. It says, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Even in the waiting, friend, He hasn't forgotten you. He's not late, and He's actually near. He's the one that's giving you the strength that you can't muster on your own. Your timeline, it's not slipping because it's being held by the one who sees the whole picture. Take one thing that you've been feeling impatient about. Maybe it's an expectation that you've been pushing for, and I want you to bring it to the Lord in prayer. All you have to do is say, Lord, I let go of my timeline. I give it to you. I trust that you're going to show up in the perfect timing, because your plan is so much better than mine. Replace control with childlike trust. Have you ever seen a child jump into their dad's arms? There's no hesitation. They trust that He's going to catch them every time. And that is the kind of trust that God invites us into. It's not a faith that has all the answers, but one that says, God, I trust you. I know that you've got me. Jeremiah 17:7-8 tells us this. But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in Him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit. Friend, when we trust God, like a child trusts his parents, we're anchored in His peace. And we know that He's got us no matter what life throws our way. Take a few minutes and journal one thing that you're afraid to trust God with. And then I want you to write down what it would feel like to jump anyway. Rest in God's peace and provision. Rest can feel lazy because the world tells us to hustle harder. But in God's kingdom, rest is actually a way of showing trust. Because after creating the world, God Himself rested, setting an example for us to follow, showing that He trusted that His work was complete. We too are called to rest in God's peace, knowing that He's in control and that He's going to provide for us. And when we rest, We acknowledge that it's not all up to us and that we trust that God can carry the load. Set aside a time this week to rest, whether it be something as simple as a quiet moment of prayer, taking a walk outside, or taking a much-needed break from your work. Use this time to tell the Lord that you trust Him with your work and that you rest in His provision. I have one more point to share with you, but I have to ask, if this has been helpful, would you mind hitting that like button? It just helps spread this video to others who are looking for the same content. Stop holding back and trust Him with everything. This one steps on my toes because we often trust God with our salvation, believing that He sent His Son to die for us and He offers us eternal salvation. But we struggle with trusting Him with the everyday small little details of our life, our finances, relationships, and our plans for the future. It's like saying, God, I trust you to take care of my eternity, but I got all these other little things covered. God is the same God in both the big and the small things. And He doesn't want us to just trust Him with our eternity, but He wants to guide us in those small moments too. What's one small area of your life that you've been holding on to control? Maybe it's worry, a decision, or a plan. And then I want you to take a moment and release it to God and tell Him, God, I trust you with this as much as I trust you with my salvation. Remember that letting go isn't losing. It's choosing to trust the one who's never failed. Start with one small surrender and let Him meet you in the middle of it. You weren't meant to carry it all because He already is. Now, if you need more encouragement, I invite you to check out this video that YouTube thinks you'll like. I'll see you in the next one.